Hollywood thrives on power. Stories of conquest, dominance, and control captivate audiences worldwide. From political thrillers to dystopian dramas, the pursuit of power is often portrayed as the ultimate goal. But what is the cost of this obsession? And how does it compare to the eternal truth that true sovereignty belongs only to God? But Hollywood's glorification of power reminds us of the dangers of pride and the freedom found in surrendering to God's authority. For the Lord is the great God, the great King above all gods. Psalms 95 verse 3. From the political schemes of House of Cards to the dystopian battles of the Hunger Games, Hollywood glorifies the pursuit of power. Characters who dominate others, often through manipulation and violence, are portrayed as ambitious and admirable. But the Bible warns us that pride and the thirst for power lead to destruction. Pride goes before destruction, a haughty spirit before a fall. Proverbs 16 verse 18. The pursuit of power often comes at a cost: broken relationships, moral compromise, and the loss of peace. Hollywood portrays power as glamorous, but the reality is that control without God leads to emptiness. The Bible reminds us that only God's power brings true peace and fulfillment. It is God who arms me with strength and keeps my way secure. Psalms 18 verse 32. Hollywood often glamorizes the idea of being untouchable, of having wealth, influence, and the ability to control others. But the Bible warns us against idolizing power, reminding us that God alone is sovereign. What happens when power becomes an idol, taking the place of God in our hearts? The Bible teaches us that no earthly throne can compare to the sovereignty of Christ. You shall have no other gods before me. Exodus 20 verse 3. The LA fires remind us how fragile earthly power is. No matter how much influence we accumulate, it can all vanish in an instant. The Bible calls us to trust in God, who is eternal, rather than in fleeting human strength. Do not put your trust in princes, in human beings, who cannot save. Psalms 146 verse 3. Hollywood's power narratives don't just entertain, they shape cultural values. From encouraging ambition at any cost to justifying moral compromise, these stories influence how we view success and control. But God calls us to a different kind of power, one rooted in humility and service. But whoever would be great among you must be your servant. Matthew 20 verse 26. The world's definition of power is dominance and control, but God's power is displayed through humility, love, and sacrifice. Jesus said, "Whoever wants to be great among you must be your servant." True power is found in serving others and glorifying God. For the kingdom is the Lord's, and he rules over the nations. Psalms 22 verse 28. Hollywood's obsession with power reminds us of the human desire for control. But God calls